Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bar Talks. What's going on? It's kind of like season 2 of Bar Talks, you know?
We're animated?
Yeah, we're animated.
Holy shit, those mushrooms worked.
Oh, you took mushrooms before this?
You told me we had to take mushrooms to get animated.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's because I was playing a joke on you. I didn't think you'd actually take them.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm surprised you're not claymation. Usually when I take mushrooms, I end up claymation.
I think I'd rather be animated.
When's the last time you saw something claymation?
I was watching the show Community, and somebody was having a mental breakdown about Christmas, and they had like a whole claymation Christmas episode, and it was super weird.
Ironically, I've recently seen that episode of Community. Yeah.
Really?
It's in like that whole Rudolph style.
Yeah. It was all like Christmassy and yeah, makes sense.
Well, if you guys aren't familiar with Bar Talks is, it's basically the same kind of conversations you'd chat and chill you'd normally have.
We got the whole bar to ourselves.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking just drink all the beer.
Ironically, I'm not a big bar fan.
Honestly, neither am I. Maybe in college I was. I don't know. Even in college, I feel like I kind of wasn't, but like that's where everybody was going. So I was like, fuck, I guess I'll just go.
Yeah, I never, like, I walk into a bar, I'm like, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
No one even has to tell me, like, the movie trope. Get out of here, you don't belong here.
Especially if it's like a sports bar, and I'm like, fuck, people are going to want to talk sports with me.
Oh my
like,
God.
I don't want to be here.
It's the one thing I said. It's like, if my son gets really into sports, I'm screwed.
Yeah, the one thing you can't relate to them with.
Yeah, I'm like, what am I going to talk about? What sport did Sonic the Hedgehog do?
All of them.
Oh, shit. He's like, yeah, Dad, everyone knows in 1994 Sonic played baseball. And it's like, oh, okay. And now he has all the sports facts and, like, nerd facts.
Yeah. He's just the superhuman of, like, all fandoms. He just knows everything about everything. He's going to have his own booth at Comic-Con where people can be like, oh, why's AJ? Tell me, what is going to happen in the next Mario game?
We missed out, bro. Everyone says that, like, now high school embraces the nerd culture.
I know. I feel like that started, like, right after we graduated.
I remember watching, 21 Jump Street, where they're, like, doing the high school tropes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not
But they were, like, condemning them.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, no, we don't do the whole, like, jock nerd thing anymore. Now they're all, like, the same people.
I was like, this shit still exists for sure.
Yeah. But, I don't know. It was a weird movie because I'm like, fuck, is this what high school's like now? Like, this is bullshit.
Yeah. But apparently that's the thing. Yeah, high school now is like, yeah, you could be a nerd and, like, enjoy your stuff. People make fun of me for even liking Batman. You go, you like Batman? Fucking nerd? It's like, he goes out and beats the shit out of people.
Yeah. Enjoy your concussion.
Yeah, enjoy your $1 billion box office return, buddy.
Yeah, right?
I don't know. I guess it's going to also fall out of it now, too, right? Because we kind of got out of high school as, like, the MCU was taking off and becoming a real big thing.
Yeah, everything started going mainstream. I feel like even before that, it was like Christopher Nolan's Batman.
Yeah.
Like, everybody saw that movie.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
yet, ironically, everybody was like, oh, nerd culture. It's like, what? No, you love that fucking movie. Stop breaking my balls right now.
Yeah, it would literally, like, Batman is gay, except for the Dark Knight. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? That's like,
That's not how that works.
I'm like, let Batman do what he wants. So funny.
Batman's filthy rich and gets women whenever you want. I don't know why you're not worshiping him right now. He is the textbook alpha male.
Yeah. And now we're falling out of that era where it's like people all the time I see like, yo, MCU sucks now. MCU sucks. Batman, all the DC movies suck now. Like,
all the fan bases have just gotten like, I think it's half and half. Like half the fan base is just burnt out.
that's true.
And then the other half are just dicks. Like Star Wars fans are just notoriously dicks. They'll never be happy with what's produced.
No,
and I kind of don't blame them because Disney did drop the ball a lot, but at the same time, they tend to be very overly critical.
I think, yeah, a lot of people don't realize if we had grown up with the original trilogy only, that we probably would have also been salty about the prequels. But then you have our generation where we're like, yo, the prequels aren't that bad, but the new ones are shit. And then you're going to have the new generation that's like, the new movies aren't that bad, but Jabba the Hutt 4 was not good.
I love how everybody was shitting on the prequels right up until the sequels came out.
Yeah.
And then everybody all of a sudden loved the prequels. And I'm like, no.
It's just a shift of like what people grew up with.
Yeah, I was like, what? Because there's something worse now? We like the other thing?
We have the nostalgia now for the prequel and the original. And then kids are going to grow up with the new trilogy and they're going to like that.
Yeah. I also feel like with the amount of stuff they've come out with, it's got a very difficult entry point. Because it's kind of like a buddy of mine at work explained it the same way. He's like, if you wanted to get into Star Trek now, it would be insane because there's so much stuff now.
Yeah.
You're like, where do I start? What's relevant? And I'm like, it's kind of the same thing with Star Wars. I mean, I would just tell people to watch everything in release order. You know, start with the original trilogy, basically how everybody else got it, but it's still a lot. Like, there's entire shows now you gotta watch. It's not just movies anymore.
It really depends how old you are, right?
Yeah.
If it's like a younger person who's like, hey, you know, I want to get into Star Wars, what do I watch? I would be like, watch the new trilogy. Get a feel for it.
Really?
Because I feel like someone younger is not going to be able to sit through the old movies. And they're going to be like, oh, it's boring. I don't like it. I don't like how it looks. But if you have like a little kid, like AJ's age, that introduction period's perfect.
I'd argue that if you can't sit through the original trilogy, then you won't be able to enjoy any of it.
I disagree. Yeah, only because like I think that young attention span, like that TikTok brain, it's made for big flashy HD screen graphics and looking at like not Last Jedi.
Yeah, but like,
but
I also feel like with the new movies, you have to have a whole bunch of lore that you understand.
Yeah.
Like you have to have already known that Anakin became Darth Vader and Order 66 happened and the Clone Wars and all this. I feel like you kind of have to watch it. Even if you watch it in chronological order, it would still make sense. Like even if you started at the prequels, would at least be better.
I'm just thinking from that like Gen Z, not Gen Z, whatever's after now, right? That brain of being like, they're gonna think, oh, those movies are ugly, and they're gonna want to watch something that just looks nicer. So that's the only reason. And also, to be fair, if you start with like the sequel trilogy, if you start from that point, you really are just following Raze's story, and then it'll kind of be like opening a can of worms of being like, okay, but you know that old guy that threw, because that was Yoda for us.
Yeah.
You know? It's like if a generation before us grew up with Yoda movies.
Yeah, that's true. But then you also have like Gen Z who's like rediscovering stuff, and it's like millennial stuff. It's like, why do you like millennial stuff? I don't know. I feel like they could get into it if they started with like the prequels.
It's on our generation with our kids to get them into that.
Yeah.
Like I was able to show my son like the old Legend of Zelda, old Super Mario Brothers, old Donkey Kong shows, stuff like I grew up. Street Sharks. My son loves the Street Sharks, and that's stuff that like you try to get like a teenager into that. Gene, my brother's not gonna watch that shit. He's like, what the hell is this?
I feel like if they start with the new stuff, they'll never go back to the old stuff.
There's gonna be that need, that like little like where did this start?
One of the things I saw like recently, I think it was even yesterday, you know, everybody's getting into Baldur's Gate 3, and even people who have never played the other games, and like I saw a clip of like what the first game looked like.
Yeah.
And it did not look anything like 3. And it was like, and it was a clip of like Joe Pesci looking at Baldur's Gate 1, and he's like, what the fuck is this piece of shit? Like, this isn't Baldur's Gate 3.
I think I have a good metaphor, an equivalent, right? So do you remember when we were in like high school and they were showing us Citizen Kane?
Yeah.
And they're like, this is a really good movie. And everyone's like, no, it's not. Like that's
we like The Hangover.
but now, yeah, right. But now as like adults, we go back and we could appreciate like
that's true.
different pieces of art for that stuff. I think it's gonna be the same thing.
I guess
like,
it's an age thing. I
yeah,
guess. Like it just comes with age.
It's just that phase, that weird teenager phase where it's like you don't want to get into anything.
Yeah.
Besides what like everyone else is into.
Yeah, that's also very, very true. You find your crowd that you run with, and you're just into whatever they're into.
I'm just afraid like we're gonna have this weird middle ground where now like these teenagers and stuff is gonna be like, yeah, no, Marvel sucks, dude. We're gonna get back into that, and that generation's gonna be going into high school.
I'm worried it's gonna turn into like, yeah, Marvel sucks, but I love it when it's on Fortnite. And then it's like, you motherfucker, don't even talk to me.
Yeah, my dad has all the skins.
Yeah, I know Master Chief from Fortnite. I didn't like Halo 3 though. What the fuck? Get out of here.
I know this Smash Brothers modder. It's really funny because they have their whole channel is like different mods. So they have like a whole collection that's called The Guys from Fortnite, and it'll be like Doomslayer, Master Chief, Kratos. And it's all under the banner those people from Fortnite. Yeah, Spirit of Halloween. It's like, is this the Fortnite section? It's like, no, that's the pop culture section.
Yeah, literally. Oh my god.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, let us know. We love making this kind of content, and we hope you guys had fun. So let's power off this bar and get back home to our families.
Do we have to?
Nah, we can chill here till next episode.
Okay, cool.